Welcome back to the Solid Cleveland Sports Take. I'm your host, Sacrifice, and wow, we've got some NFL history on our hands today. For the first time ever, the Cleveland Browns and Cincinnati Bengals have made a trade, and it's a big one. Joe Flacco and the veteran quarterback, Super Bowl MVP, and fan favorite comeback story has officially been traded to the Bengals. Let's break down what this means for Flacco, for the Bengals, and for the Browns' future. So first off, man, let's just appreciate how wild this is. You know, these two teams have been AFC North rivals for decades. They've shared bad blood, hard hits, and close games, but never a trade until now. Flacco's heading to Cincinnati, and according to reports, he still feels like he can play. This isn't a mentor-only kind of move. He wants the reps. He wants to compete, and honestly, man, I respect him for it. But here's the thing, and I know Browns fans will agree. We've seen this story before. Last season, Flacco stepped in for the Browns and gave them a spark. He gave us a spark, man, and he slung the ball down the field. He played fearless football, but he was also getting hit. You know, the offensive line in Cleveland struggled to protect him, and at 39 years old, you know, that's risky. Now he's walking into a situation in Cincinnati where the offensive line, man, might actually be worse than that of the Cleveland Browns. And, you know, that's the scary part, right? Flacco can still throw it, no question about it. But can he survive, man? You know, because if he's under constant pressure, you know, this could go south really fast. But I can say, though, man, that I admire him because going into this situation, I'm sure that Joe Flacco knew, you know, what type of situation he was walking into, and I would think that they gave him they gave him the option on whether or not he wanted to be, you know, traded, and he agreed to it. So I commend Joe Flacco for his courage, man. But I just hope that he keeps it safe. So let's talk about where the Bengals are right now. They're sitting at, I think, 1-4. And honestly, it's been rough for the Cincinnati Bengals. Injuries, inconsistencies, and a lack of protection have all been major issues. They're bringing in Flacco, man, because they need stability. A veteran who can run the offense, manage the clock, and maybe, just maybe, help them turn this thing around. If Flacco can stay healthy, man, and get time in the pocket, he might give the Bengals that leadership spark they've been missing. Now, from a Browns perspective, this trade actually opens up the same opportunity. It clears space for Shadir Sanders and gets more reps, and he gets more reps in practice. I think that if I'm not mistaken, I think that the new depth chart came out, and I think that they currently have Shadir Sanders as the backup quarterback, which I know a lot of Cleveland Browns fans are extremely excited about. Let's be real. Many of us wanted the team to just stick with the rookies from the beginning. I know I did. I didn't think that it made much sense to bring in Flacco at all. I really thought that they should have stayed with the two rookies and let them duke it out and, you know, see if we had anything special in one of the two guys. Build for the future instead of consistently patching quarterbacks from the vet. So, yeah, losing Flacco stings emotionally for a lot of fans. He brought that fire and veteran calm, but this might be what's best for long-term development of the team. Back to Flacco, though. This is his shot, man. You know, he's been doubted, released, re-signed, and now traded within the same division. If he can make the Bengals offense at least functional, that's a huge win for him. The question is, can he handle the pressure behind a struggling offensive line? And can the Bengals give him enough support, both in protection and play calling, to actually finish drives and win football games? Here's my take. Flacco still has an arm, the IQ, and the drive, but he's walking into a really, really tough situation in Cincinnati. And unless they fix that protection, history might repeat itself. For Cleveland, it's time to see what Shadir Sanders and the young guys can do. If nothing else, this trade could mark a real turning point for both franchises. What do you guys think? Was this a smart move for the Bengals? And should the Browns have kept Flacco as a backup or a mentor? Drop your thoughts below. And as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Holla.